But that also depends. If you're Elon Musk, for you 20 million is also nothing, right? But if you are Mr. Jamal, okay, $20 million, yeah, it's a big money, right? Why I need to buy SUV? I can have a very good house in Shanghai. Why I don't need, I can commute to, I can use subways. I don't mind, right? But also depends as well from people to people, right? So, but economics assume that all people are rational, right? So do you think that you are rational? You want to buy iPhone, it means you are not rational, right? You want to buy a Mercedes or some other your favorite car, it's not rational, right? So now let's talk about this definition. So rational people who systematically and purposefully do the best they can do to achieve their objectives. So the keyword here is systematically. So they follow some kind of procedure. For example, buying a laptop. If it's just straight and go and buy, like me, I bought a service book, that's it. For me, I exerted irrational behavior. But if you compare the cost and the other options, you have Dell, you have Asus, you have Sony, you have Apple, and then I compare the cost and the features, and then I buy this Microsoft Surface Book, then it would be a rational decision, right? So similarly, firms also exert rational behavior, but for the firms, rational behavior is the best behaviors, because firms, when they want to invest, it's not about $1 or $2. They invest in millions. So that's why for them, they must exert rational behavior. For example, whether to enter into this market, should they just enter into this market and start making the product? That would be irrational. And that is not a smart management. The smart management is that you first survey, okay, whether there is a business opportunity over there and we can make this product at what cost, people can afford it or not. So they are following step by step process, systematic process, right? We call that rational behavior, right? But economics assume that people are rational. So that's why economics do not explain brand loyalty, right? That's why we have a separate subject in marketing, right? So economics do not explain something supernatural stuff, right? Your brand loyalty or whatsoever, right? So customer buys goods subject to income and prices to get maximum satisfaction. Like I told you, if you are Elon Musk, 20 million is nothing for you, right? But if you are, for someone, 20 million is huge, and he will maybe take months to decide. For example, if I get 20 million, then I would be very naive and rational where I should buy the house. Then I start looking. Maybe it takes more than 3 months for me to buy the house, because I think 20 million is a huge amount, right? For someone who is billionaire or he's so much money, they can just say, okay, I like this house, sold. That's it, right? Now, what do we mean by think at margin? So do you understand rationality versus irrationality stuff? Everyone? Good. Let's talk about what we mean by margin. Okay. So decisions in life are really black and white. Like I told you, if the money or the price is small, then you exert irrational behavior. If the money is huge, then you exert rational behavior. And what do we mean by marginal? Marginal means additional or incremental adjustment to an existing plan of action, which means People make decisions by comparing cost and benefit at margin. And in order to understand the margin, we have an example here. So it will best describe that what is marginal and what is, the other layman stuff, which is average cost. Let's talk about that. So we have a flying plane that is commuting, for example, from Beijing to Shanghai. The cost of that flight is $100,000, right? And the plane has 200 seats, right? If the plane has 200 seats, okay, let me just turn off my video because I'm using this pen, so it would be more easy for me to turn out the screen and type, and write. So I would be very comfortable in this position. Okay, wait a second. So,
happen.
okay, let me show you the screen again. Now everybody see that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there we go. So we have a flight that is going from point A to B. The cost is $10,000, right? The plane has 200 seats. So what is the average price? $500, right? So,
Yes, sir.
so the firm sold 190 seats at 700. How much is the revenue? 190 multiplied by 700. That is their sales, right? Now a passenger came and says, I want to fly, but I will only pay you 300. What would be your reaction? You would say that, look, our average price is
500.
500 and you are paying us $300,
Under the half.
which is even below our average cost. So would you allow it?
No.
Some say no. Think about that again.
I think yes, because I got the profit of this flying plan on the strip.
Very nice, Osama, very nice. So here, so that is the marginal in addition to incremental, right? Margin means the meaning is in addition. So many people, they don't understand what is margin. It looks very fancy word. So I'm just going to be giving you this concept. In addition or incremental, right? In addition to, so you already sold and your sales are greater than your cost, right? So your cost is 100,000, right? And your sale is 133,000. So in addition to, if a person came and says that I'm going to give you $300, would it increase your profit or decrease your profit?
Yeah, it will increase my profit.
So he's giving you 300 extra or marginal or incremental, right? Or additional, right? And how much he can consume or how much it can cost you. He can ask you water, mineral water or bottled water, maybe $2, right? That can be the cost, right? He can ask you some juice, maybe maximum how much he can drink, $50, right? Some snacks, sandwiches, maybe $30. How much he can, how much he can cost you? $82. And look at the benefit here. The benefit outweighed the cost, right? So what is now the thinking? Now you start thinking a new way of thinking. That's why studying economics is good for you. Why? Because it will open you new ways of thinking, right? And we call that rational people who make choices based on some systematic process. They always think at margin. How much in addition to I will get? So you get 300. Would it increase your profit or decrease your profit? It would definitely increase my profit. Then you would make your decision based on average cost or marginal cost. You will base your decision on marginal